Hi, I'm Elakkiya, Assistant Professor, Department of Psychology, Theivanai Ammal College for Women, Autonomous, Villupuram. Today we are going to explore the topic social learning theory. So in this theory we will be seeing about the key concept in this theory, overall experiment, the application point of view. So coming to the introduction, so social learning theory was developed by Albert Bandura in 1960s. This theory emphasizes that people learn through observation of others, especially in social context. Social learning theory explains how children and adults learn new behavior through observation, imitation, and modeling. Bandura also challenged behaviorism school by incorporating cognitive factors into the learning process. So the key concept of this theory is observational learning, modeling, vicarious reinforcement, self-efficacy, reciprocal determination. So first one is observational learning. Observational learning occurs when individuals observe others' action and outcomes which they tend to imitate. So the key process of this observational learning is first one, the attention. The observer must pay attention to the model's behavior. So second one is retention. The observer must remember the behavior to imitate it later. So the remembrance part is called retention. So the third one is to reproduce or imitate the behavior. It is called reproduction. So to reproduce the observed behavior, they need some motivation. So this is influenced by the rewards or punishment of the behavior. So next is modeling. So modeling refers to the process by which an individual observes and imitates the behavior of others. So there are three types of modeling. The first one is live model. So live model is nothing but the actual people demonstrating the particular behavior and the observer will be reproducing it. So second one is verbal model. Verbal model is nothing but the instruction or the description of the behavior is given and they reproduce it. Third one is symbolic model. Symbolic model is nothing but the famous figures or characteristics from media, books or movies is seen as is reproduced. So coming to the vicarious reinforcement. This occurs when an individual observes the consequences of someone else's action. The observer or the individual will be observing the consequences, which can be a reward or a punishment for the action they produce, and they are likely to reproduce it. So the key idea of this vicarious reinforcement is when we see we are more likely to repeat a behavior if we see others being rewarded for it, and less likely if they are punished. So the next concept is self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is a belief in one's ability to accomplish tasks and achieve goals. So high self-efficacy can lead to increased motivation to learn, greater efforts. We can put greater efforts in facing challenges, and we will be more persistent when confronted with difficulties. So when we have low self-efficacy, it will be leading us to avoid the challenges and we will be lacking persistence. So coming to the reciprocal determination concept. Reciprocal determination, it refers to the idea that behavior, personal factors and the environment all influence each other. So a person's behavior can influence his environment, as well as vice versa. The environment can also influence the person's behavior. So for example, a child's behavior affects how peer group interact with them. So if a child is not being friendly, their peer group won't be talking to them in a friendly manner. So in vice versa, the peer interaction can also influence the child's behavior. So the other point of view is the environment. So environment will be affecting can affect how behaviors are reinforced and punished. So next we are going to see about the famous experiment, which is Bobo doll experiment by Bandura. In this experiment, the children watched an adult behave aggressively towards an inflated doll. They are more likely to imitate the behavior which they saw. The results showed that children who observe aggressive behavior were more likely to imitate it. So the conclusion of this experiment is children could learn behavior by observing others even without direct reinforcement. Even without any sort of reinforcement or punishment, the children is imitating the behavior which they see. So the application point of this theory is there are 4 sectors, mainly in 4 sectors: education, parenting, day-to-day life parenting, media and therapy. In these 4 sectors the theory is used. First one, the education. So teacher serves as model for students. The positive behavior can be modeled and reinforced. So coming to the day-to-day parenting, parents are the primary role model for children. They influence their behavior through direct and indirect observation. So coming to the application point of view, these are the applications, these are the sectors where the theory is applied. The first one, in education sector, teacher serves as model for students. The positive behavior can be modeled and reinforced. So the next one is parenting. Parents are primary role models. They influence children's behavior through direct and both indirect observation. So the third one is media. Media through TV, movies, video games, they'll be showing a powerful models. They act as a powerful model which the children can observe, and the behavior is positively and negatively reinforced. It can affect the behavior positively and negatively. So the next, in therapy. So in therapy, when we come to using of this theory, we will be using the modeling technique to build self-efficacy in clients, encouraging them to adopt new and positive behavior. So coming to the conclusion point of view, today we saw about social learning theory. It helps us to understand how social interaction and environmental factors shape our behavior. We also saw about the application point of view where it is used. So Bandura emphasized that cognitive process such as memory, self-reflection, etc. and social context are crucial for learning. Thank you.